Hello, welcome back, guys. In this video, we are going to build another project, which is rock, paper, scissor. And if you have just completed your HTML, CSS, and JS tutorials, it's high time for you to start some project, and I will be helping. So to do that, so what we are going to do is we are going to develop a game, which is rock, paper, scissor, and we will be developing it from the scratch, and we will be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you have completed your tutorials, so this is like entry kind of thing for your development. So let's get into it. So what trying to do is I'm trying to create a new folder, and I will call it as RPS maybe, which is for like rock paper scissors thing, and I will open it on VS Code. Okay. So basically VS Code is your text editor. Most probably you will know this. So let's VS Code is asking to access. Okay. So what I want to do is, since we are using HTML, CSS, and JS, let me go ahead and create all those files. So I want one index.html. Okay. So where our HTML will be there, and I also want one folder for CSS, and what else I want? I also want one folder for JS. So inside CSS, I need a file which is style.css, maybe. Yes, you can name it whatever you want, but yeah. So this will be my script.js. Okay. So yeah. So basic structure is done. Now what I want to go and do is, so if you are using VS Code, you have some features like if you see this thing, this is some boilerplate code which we will be getting from VS Code. If you don't know how I did it, you just put exclamatory mark here, which is like shift 1 on your keyboard, and if you enter, you will get this boilerplate code. So our basic HTML is ready. So I will be having one container wherein in that container where I have three divs. One is for rock and paper and season. So based on that, you can click any of them, and there will be one message div maybe which shows whether you won or you lost or whatever it is. So I will go and create one div. This is RPS container. So this is one div which I have created. So as I said already, there will be three divs. One is rock, okay, and one is paper, and other is scissor. Let's call cis for now. Okay. So what we can do is we can have those images and all the fancy stuff, whatever you want, you can do. So for now, I'm keeping it simple. So what I want to do is in each of these container, I want rock image or anything. So here I am thinking of putting a rock emoji. If we find something good, we can obviously, yeah, this looks good. So yeah, this we will use. Let me see whether we got it or not. Yeah, we got one. So, and I also want scissors here. So, sorry, not scissors. I want paper. Yeah, okay. And I also want scissors. I'm very bad with scissors spelling here. This looks good. Yeah. So yeah, we are done with this. So again, we are opening it with this live server thing. So if you don't have this, if you don't find this option here, okay, let me do one thing. If you don't find that option here, what you can do is you can go to this extension button and you can search for live server. Okay. So here, whatever, see, this is the first extension which I have installed. So the moment you install, you would be able to see the option key open it in live server. So by default it opened on my Safari, which I don't want to use, and you to use Chrome because you will get a lot of debugger options, and there are a lot of things Chrome provides you. So basically for developer, if you are starting, especially, it's better to use Chrome rather than Safari or any other fancy stuff. So we have got all these three things, but it is not looking, the way we want. I want everything to be, inside this div, horizontal div, and I want one image here, rock, one image here, paper, and other image here, and then something, we have to do some CSS as well to just make sure it is clickable. So we will show it as an clickable thing, and we will obviously will increase the size. It is not going to work like this, and the moment you click on any of those, and you can display message here. So that is how I want to do it. So I'm keeping it very simple, because I'm assuming most of you just completed the just getting out of the tutorial hell. So I will just give you some basic things, and I will just help you to start working on projects, and later we may do some big projects. So yeah, we are done with this. So what we can also do is link our CSS. So how can we do that? I guess you should be able to know. So there is this link tag which we will be using to just link our CSS. See, this is how you do it. So if you this is like for our current directory. Dot is for our current directory. If you want to traverse back, then you use double dots. So what it will do is it will go back to one directory back and again. So what I want to do is I am here. It's my index file. So I am here, and in my current directory I want this CSS folder. So I just wrote dot slash CSS, and inside that I want to link this CSS file. So this is how it will work. And you can also add your script file here. So again, you can do it multiple ways. I am doing it using script.sh. You can also use tags and all. So whatever you are comfortable with, for now you can do whatever you want. Just the aim and the criteria should be to learn JS, or the logic and how HTML CSS and JS work together. That should be the main criteria, and the best practices and all you will obviously do whenever it is required. Okay, so this is how we have linked everything now. What we will be doing now is so we will use this RPS container in our style.css. So yeah, and what we will do, we will display it as flex, and don't need of flex direction. It will I just need it to be horizontal thing. So after display flex, what we can do is we can give some text size, maybe font size, maybe that will work around some 200 pixels or something, because we only have three emojis. So yeah, that should not be that big. And what also we can do is let me see first of all how it looks. Yeah, this is looking good, but if we have some space between them, it is very good. Since we have flex, what we can use is justify content space between. So what this should do, yeah, see, this is how it is. Yeah, it is looking good, and yeah, we can also give some padding, wadding, whatever you want, you can do. That is like some CSS stuff. So let me give how much? 50 pixel from all the sides. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. So yeah, this is good, and RPS container is looking good. There is nothing much we can do about it. Maybe if we have to do, what we can do is we want to show it as some clickable objects. So we will do it in a bit, but what I also want to do is I want to show a message which will change according to the selection. So what I will do, I will go ahead and create one more div saying message div. So in this, what I will have is I will have one h2, which is let's play. Okay, I can also give this some ID so that I can use it later using my DOM manipulation in JS. So what I will do is this is message row. Okay, and we can also align this text center. So what we can do is for message div, inside message div, whatever text is there, so please align them in the center. See, it did it for us. And then what else we can do? So we will highlight it a bit on hover. What we will do, we will make it look a pop or a kind of clickable thing. So for what we can do is for that, let us start doing for rock. First of all, we'll see whether it works or not. So what I'm thinking is giving some sort of box shadow or something like that. Box shadow of 20 pixels from all the sides, maybe 20 pixel, 20 pixel. This side we can't give, maybe 10 pixel or something like that. And I want it to be some light colors. I want, yeah. Let's see, it is showing some light blue. I'm going with VS Code thing. Yeah, you can see it is kind of okay. 20 pixel is like too much of this thing. Can reduce it to 10, I guess, maybe. Okay, if you wonder how I did this, so you have an option for Windows and Mac, I guess. So if you press on Control D, it will just select the multiple similar items and allow you to edit. So yeah, that is how you do this. Multi cursor, you will get it. I will reduce this to 7, maybe. This is looking good. Yeah, this is looking good. Maybe nothing else required. Yeah, it is looking good. What we will do is we want it only on hover, not every time though. So yeah, this is looking good. This is good enough, I guess. Yeah. So we will do it for all the things now. If it is working for rock, why stopping, bro? So what we will do, instead of rock, what we have is paper, and the scissor is SISC, I guess, if I remember correctly. Yes. So yeah, this is looking good. You can give a bit of padding so that if you see this is like a kind of congested thing, you can give it padding and all. So yeah, that will be your homework. You do whatever you want, all those fancy stuff. So I'm done with the CSS as well. Now let's go ahead and write some JavaScript. So what I want to do, so on click of this, any click, I want to show a message here, key whether you won, you lost, or draw, whatever happened. So that's how we'll do it. So what I will do, just to know whether it is getting our JS got linked correctly or not, we will just console something. So array, so we'll alert something. We'll say, hey, JS working. Okay, it is working. If you see, we got that error message, so alert message. So our JS is connected, and what we were trying to do. So on click of everything, what I will do, I will call a function on this thing. I will use a HTML attribute which is on click. So what I will do, on click RPS game is my function. I will tell, I'm calling RPS function on click of this div, and I will also pass key you have clicked on the rock. So we have to also pass key on what we have clicked. So what I am trying to do is I will pass rock to the function. So my function will know key whatever div I have clicked. So we have to pass it as a string. Okay. So yeah, this will not throw any error. So what we are doing, whenever we are clicking on any div, we will call that function, and we'll also tell that function ki we have we have selected rock. So this is how we will do it. So we are basically calling our rock RJS game function, and we are telling that we are clicked on the rock. User is clicked on the rock. So you do something, whatever stuff you have to do. that we will handle in the function. So let me go ahead and do the same for all the things, for paper and scissor also. Okay, so yeah, this is what we want. We have to obviously change this, because yeah. So on click on this div, we will pass. We will tell that our function key we have clicked. User has clicked on the paper. So we will also tell our function if someone clicked on this div that they have clicked on the scissor, and you do whatever stuff you have to do inside this function. So now we are done with our HTML as well. So we have whatever we have to tell JavaScript we have told. So now we have to handle everything here. So let me go ahead and create a function of RPS game. It should be the same. Whatever the name you are giving here, it should be the same because you are calling the same function. And if you create with some other name, it won't work. And we are also taking some parameter. So this will be my user selection. So we are also passing that variable there. So we will create something like this. So what now we will do, for now we will just alert and see whether we are capturing the data correctly or not, whether we are getting the things correctly or not. Okay, yeah. So I have refreshed, and if I click, see, it is saying rock. Okay, so if I click here, it is saying paper, and if I click here, it is saying scissor. So we are pretty much close now. So we have got our user selection. Now it's time for us to create one bot selection as well, because what we have to do is what actually the game is, one person will select three among one among the three, and the other person as well will create thing. Obviously if both of them chooses the same thing, that's a draw case. And if by chance if someone if you chooses scissor and your friend choosing this thing paper, then you will win. So what we want is we want another choice just to okay, sorry for that. And we want another choice as well, just to know whether you won or not. So we want another player basically, which will be like a bot selection basically. So how do we get this bot selection? There is something called random functions in our JS. So if what we have to do is basically, first of all we need to know what all possible cases are there. So for user, let's say we will put it very simple. We will create an array. So if you know, we can create array something like this: possible selections. Okay, so is what are all the possible selections? So what bot can select basically? He can select rock, or it also can select paper, and also cis. So these are all the possible cases that a bot can select. So what we want to do now is we want some random selection among these three. That will be my bot selection, right? So how to create that random selection? We want one index. So we want to basically we want a random integer which is less than 3, which help us pick any one of these, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is we can access things like this. So if you say 0, that is rock. If you say 1, that is paper. If you say 2, that is scissors. So we want 0, 1, 2, any one of them randomly we want to generate. So to do that, we need we have some JS libraries. So if you don't know how to do it, we will ask Google. So we will ask Google, how can I, okay, how can I generate random integer? Since we are dealing with index, I am very bad with this new keyboard. In JS. So it is giving something here. Okay, let it generate for us. It's generated something here. So see, they are using some math function, math.floor, math random dot max. Max is something which they are passing here 10. So in our case, max is 3. So what we can do is we will create one random index. Okay, and we will paste it here. Instead of max, we will give it 3. So this will basically give you a random number between 0, 1 and 2. So now we have our bot selection as well. So let's say const bot selection. So our bot selection is what? Possible selections of random index. I hope you are clear. And now we have both the user selection and bot selection, so we can go ahead and directly write our if else conditions. And see, let's say if user selection is equal to bot selection, what does that mean? It is draw, right? So let me alert for now, alert draw. Okay, else else some other guy is one, someone else won. It is not draw. There is a win or lose case. There is a win case, let's say. Maybe win case. Okay. So we are alerting something like this. Let's go ahead and test. So see, this is a win case. Someone else has won. It's not a draw case. And this is also win case. Come on. Yeah, what is not selecting rock? Yeah, see. So, what it is what it actually is doing, I hope you are clear with this. We are creating a random number and using our selections with that. We are indexing our selections and we are getting one selection from that using that random index. So that is what we are doing. So now we have both user and bot selections. Now it's just about writing our if else conditions and okay, it's now about writing our if else conditions and just changing that alert message also. So what we can do is else if. So what we have to do in these kind of situations, you just concentrate about only one person, let's say user. So what are the cases of user winning? So user selection, if user selection equal to maybe paper. If user selects paper, what make him win? If and bot selection is if bot selection is rock. Okay, then user won, right? So what I will say, alert won. Else if, not only this case, uh, if user selection is uh, scissor, let's say. So bot selection should be paper, right? So in that case also, uh, and one more thing, if you wonder even without semicolon how my code works, so it will work. Basically, JavaScript will append semicolon for you. So it doesn't matter even if you use that semicolon or if you skip at times, it will work. Okay, but it is a best practice to use so that you don't have any troubles while you are writing in some other languages, Java or something like that. So most of the languages will have that semicolon thing. So I recommend you to use as well, even if I forgot. Yeah, it will work. So we have paper, scissor, and what else user can select. If user selection is paper, maybe paper is done, scissor is done, the rock. Okay, so in that case, what user should select is okay. Uh, Sorry, bot selection. In that case, bot selection should be what? It should be what? Rock, and it is scissor, right? Scissor or paper, whatever. Paper. Even in this case, you won. Okay, and what else? In rest all the classes you lose. Alert you lost. Okay. So if you try now, yeah, we won. And if we won again, okay, it's draw. You lost. You won. You lost. See? So this is how it is, and we also wanted this text to say instead of this boring alert message. What we will try to do, we'll change this text, right? So to change that text, I guess here, here I have already given an ID for this text. So if you want to access any element on the DOM, so basically DOM is every element that is present on the website, right? So if you want to access those elements, how can you do is what you can do actually is you can use something called document thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this for you. So document dot, okay, wait, I'm confused between small document and maybe this thing, document dot, yes, this is the thing. So document dot get element by id, get element which is having this id. What id? Message is the id which we have given for this, right? So yeah, so get that element and dot uh, text content is equal to, you can say, you, no, this is draw case, right? draw draw. So let us see what happens. So if I click here, okay, one, again one, array, I want to draw here, come on. Bro, come on, bro, let me. Array. So if something is we see, I am not sure whether we are getting any draw choice. So you can also inspect something things here. Okay, so okay, see here nothing happened. So this is not working for some reason. Maybe this is not text content. I guess this is text. Maybe this should work. Okay, you lost. You won. Okay, which may I have already done. So what dot inner HTML is there? I guess maybe, yeah, you have inner text. That should work. So there is something called inner text. So I guess if you go inside this, so your h2 is basically the element. So you are changing text inside the h2. That is why it is inner text. I guess this should work now. So let me close the console. So by the way, why I opened this console is if there is any error in your JavaScript code, it will show up here. So yeah, just to let you know that I have opened this, but okay, let's see. Mm, okay, this is getting draw, but we still, for some reason, we are not whether this is same or not. We have to check. Okay, this is same. Hmm. Why is this not? We have done this same thing, right? So what you can do to just test your JavaScript code, you can do something like this. If you click it and enter array, we have used double equal to, that's the thing here. Come on. So that's the typo which I have, that's the mistake which I have committed here. So now it should work. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Draw. So that is how you do it. Hopefully you got it. In case you have to debug some piece of code, you can, what you can do is you can put this code if it is independent of scope or something like that. Let's say you are using some crazy event stuff or target things and all, then you have to use debugger. But until and unless it is plain JavaScript and you can run whenever you want irrespective of your JavaScript sequence, then you can always put it in your console and you can test whether it is working or not. Let's say if I put that piece of code here, see, so what I am trying to do, I am trying to get that element by id which is having id of message, and I am trying to change the text. So if you see, it is let's play, and the moment when I hit enter, it is saying false because again we have done the same mistake. So let me make it equal to. So now we are assigning the draw to this inner text. So the moment when I enter it, it will change. See, so yeah, you can do that because this console basically allow you to run JavaScript. You can do things here, and even if there is any error in your JavaScript code also, you can come here and check if there is any error popping here, and it will help you basically debug the things. So yeah, that is how it is. And again, so this is done. Once this is done, it is all about copy pasting things now. So yeah, what we will do again, this is your win case, right? You won. Uh, you won. Let me put it in capital. Okay, now I will copy this. Okay, paste it here, paste it here, paste it here also, and I will change the message. This is for your lost case, right? Okay, so we can remove this alert message now. Okay, do we have that? No, no. Okay. So see, you won, lost, draw. So that is how we will build things in the upcoming videos as well. So we are done with this project, I guess. This is just, as I already mentioned, this is just basic and entry point for your development. So we have covered, how to write a JavaScript function, and we have covered how you call it through the HTML. There is another cool way of doing this same project. What you can do, instead of writing on click three times, what you can do is in the JS itself you can append event listeners for the by getting them and looping them, or you can do lot of steps. You can basically get it from the target as well. So the moment when you click, you will get it from the target element, you get with this class, and then you can do that. So there are a lot of advanced concepts also there, but this, as I already keep stressing, this is for beginners, and when you are starting the code, you do this way because that is how you will learn things. You will just start with the smaller steps, and then you will build up to a larger and a complex things. So yeah, even is kind of entry level thing, and when you start getting comfortable with your JavaScript, and when you are kind of used to how JS, CSS, and HTML works together, and you can basically do a lot of cool stuff as well. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you have learned something. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you.